Hey everybody, Dennis here. We're back working on this 2000 Chevy Impala 3.8, doing the intake manifold gaskets. What I've done today, all off camera, was I cleaned the heads and the top of the block, getting ready to set it back on. But what I did was I took a couple razor blades and probably a half a roll of paper towels, and I just slowly scraped and cleaned it off, trying to keep as little of the grime out of the engine as possible. And then after that, I have a wire wheel that I have on the end of my little drill that I did to clean off what the razor blade wouldn't, and it actually looks a lot better after doing that. But and then after I did that, I took another rag, or several rags, and wiped and tried to get as much grime as that, got thrown wherever. Just tried to clean it up, trying to keep the engine as clean as possible, because all that grit and grime is not good for an engine. I will be doing a oil and filter change after I get the car running, shortly thereafter. Just try and let that oil circulate and get all the grit and grime in the filter. So anyway, I did notice some of the oil ports had a little bit of oil gel around them, just kind of gunk. So I've been doing my oil changes every 5,000 miles, and I do highway driving. I don't do, maybe about 5%, 10% max city driving, so it's all highway. So I was kind of surprised to see that, but I've been using high mileage Pennzoil. What was I using? 1030. So I was kind of surprised to see that. So I guess maybe I need to either lower my oil change interval or add a additive to help keep it cleaner. I know they do make additives for that you can throw in there every oil change. I might just go ahead and do that, because let's face it, like I said, I do 5,000 miles and do oil change, and I usually do less than 5. It's like usually 4,500, but I don't ever go with the car's recommended deal. Matter of fact, the oil light always comes on about 2,000 miles after I do an oil change, so I ain't going by that. But anyway, that's probably what I'm gonna do there. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now, and I'm gonna get y'all set up on the tripod. I got more cleaning to do. I gotta get some more rags and brake cleaner and just wipe everything down real good, so that way the new gaskets and silicone do adhere. You do have to put silicone right here in these corners if I don't lose my light. And anyway, I'll get y'all set up and I'll get ready to do that here in a few minutes. Alright, so here goes the fun. I got the metal intake gaskets on there, and now all I have to do is put the rubber strips on there. The kit came with two different types, so I guess there was two different types of heads or blocks or whatever. But anyway, the repair manual says to put the metal gaskets down first and then the rubber strips, and then it says to put silicone on the ends of the intake manifold seals. It doesn't say one side or the other, but just out of experience, I'm gonna put it on both sides, mainly on the top, and then it tells you to torque it. But it says, after you're torquing or whatever, it says make sure you put thread locker on the two hidden bolts. Those two hidden bolts inside the intake manifold that you can't get to unless you pull the upper one off. So I've already cleaned those bolts up and they're good to go in. So what I'm fixing to do, oh, and by the way, the torque spec is 11 foot-pounds according to the repair manual. So what I'm fixing to do is put that silicone on those two strips, lay them down, put the silicone on top of the strips, and then I'm going to get the intake manifold and lay it on, and y'all just hang in there and we'll get there. First one's in on the front of the engine. Here goes the back one. Wish I could get my tripod a little higher where y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to put the silicone on top of both the strip and lay the intake manifold on there. Be very careful when you do this as to not move the silicone around, because that could cause an oil leak, just like it did when I did my intake manifold on my truck the first time. Cap back on this stuff, and I'm going to try and show y'all real quick what I got, what I did. I'll let that silicone get a little tacky first. There's the metal gaskets, and the two blue are the end gaskets. With this intake manifold, I did double check and re-clean it, just to be safe. Trying to get it position right. Try and get this in one shot, not smear everything. I'm gonna kind of bend that EGR pipe out of the way just a little bit so I don't accidentally catch it. Try to get this wire harness out of the way. Take your time. I'm going to go ahead and start these bolts. Okay, again on the final two bolts, I'm going to clean them off once more, try to get any residual off. I wipe them with this rag just a little bit, paper towel. And then think I left the thread locker. Oh, it's right there. Put a bit of thread locker on these bolts, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them down. These, like I said, these are the 2 hidden bolts. Can't get to those with my fingers, so I gotta remember what I do with socket. Alright, the other one. I'm almost out of thread locker. Can't see. Alright. I am going to use a torque wrench on this part. I know I said in an earlier video you kind of don't have to on some things, but this is one thing you want to. Like I said, I believe it was 11 foot-pounds. And consult your repair manual on the pattern and the torque, because it may be different vehicle to vehicle. Turn this fan off just a bit so it doesn't run the paper around. And I'm going to try and run these down a little further by hand. Alright, and we're fixing a torque. So two. Looks like they had you doing an inside out pattern. Three. Had a moment there, something slipped. I thought, man, I thought I just broke the bolts off. I was about to have a flip out moment. All right, that's number 4. Number 5 is the first hidden bolt on the right side of the block. Number 6 right here. 7 is the other hidden bolt on the left side. Number 8. I think the slipping I was feeling was, this is a magnetic socket, and I think it was the magnet was spring loaded. I think it was pushing up on it. I don't have a 10mm 3/8 in my set. Okay, that's number 8. Number 9. This one. Number 10. This one. Number 11. Other one in the back corner. And number 12, which is the last one, is on the left front. All right. Well, that's it. That is securing, or that has the lower intake manifold torqued down. So next step is to start putting the brackets and generator bracket and all that stuff that what do they call that, the tensioner that's got all the tubes and stuff in there. But for the meantime, the next little bit I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go take me a little break, and anyway, well, that's it for this part of replacing that lower intake manifold gasket. Give you all a little shot of it real quick. She's on there. But y'all, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and y'all have a great day.